Yo guys, and welcome back to another video on the Broken Low Garage YouTube channel. Today I have a rush repair job on a set of doors, and I thought I'd share the process of me repairing the doors with you guys. So if you enjoy this type of content, sit back, get you a snack, and enjoy this video. What I've got here is a set of doors from my Alfa Romeo, and like I mentioned, I'm here to do the rust repair today. But before I can get into actually doing the rust, I want to show you guys the state that the specific door is in before we start the whole process. Before I can start grinding, just hold on. That's better. Yeah, I can see that they've welded here before and they've made replace this piece. That's why the shape is so badly out on this corner. But we're gonna be building this entire section, even closing this hole just from this flat piece of plate. So that's gonna be an interesting repair. I don't have any idea exactly how we're gonna get this right, but we're gonna try anyway. So stay tuned to find out if I can actually repair this with this piece of plate. In the last clip, you guys saw how badly damaged the corner of the door actually was when we cut it out with all the rust. So I've went ahead and I've grinded down a lot more body filler to expose the metal to see how bad the damage actually is on the door. And I must tell you guys, I found so much more rust on the door. So with that being said, I think what I want to do is I want to show you guys the progress that I made on the corner that I'm rebuilding, as well as the new damage that I found after grinding open the door. It's been challenging for me to figure out exactly how I want to go about making the corner, especially with no guideline. And that made it very tough for me to get the whole process on camera. But this is what I came up with so far. One of the most challenging parts for me of this plate was to get the third bend perfect, but I figured out a way around that, and I'll show you guys that a little bit later. But I've also managed to get the lines right around perfect, even on this side. If you come around, you'll see that it fits perfectly over here. What I've done with this is I've just cut slits into the plate, and I've bent these little ones individually just to get a sort of a form over here. So far I'm quite happy with the plate, but once I start tacking it in place, we can massage it exactly the way we want it, and then I can just weld up each one of these individual little slits, and the corner will be perfect. The next headache that I'm dealing with is this. All of this rust is rust that we're going to have to repair, and as you guys can see here, here's a slit here, but it's already, I've grinded here already, but you can see that it was welded here. Also here it's been welded. So there's a lot of repairs previously done on this, and obviously they didn't care about the shape because they just used body filler to fix it. But we're gonna repair it properly the way it should have been done in the first place. And hopefully the owner of this door is very happy with the outcome. So for now, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut out all the rusted material, and then I'm gonna also have to bend up plates to fit into that. So it's a few days since the last few clips that you guys saw, and I've managed to do a lot more work on the doors. But before I show you guys the update on the door, I actually just want to attend to something that's been bothering me for the longest time. My dad has this Mini Cooper is as a project car, and for some reason the car has a breaking up issue under load. We've went ahead and we've cleaned the fuel tank, we've cleaned the lines, we've checked the car for boost leaks, we've replaced the clamps on the OEM intercooler. So at this point, I'm thinking it might be clog the dirty injectors. So I just want to take the injectors out of the car so that my dad can get it sent away so that we can see if the injectors are actually dirty and if that solves the problem. So if there's anyone on here with knowledge on these things and that can maybe point me in the right direction, I would highly appreciate it because I would love to get this car to run as nice as it should be running. This is obviously a Cooper S, so it comes out supercharged from the factory. And let me just start it up for you guys quickly. On idle, the car sounds perfectly fine. It's not idling rough or anything. Hopefully we can get the injector sorted out because as this car is over here, this car makes quite decent power seeing that it is supercharged from factory, and right now you don't feel any of the power, so it would be kind of cool to sort this thing out as soon as possible. So, to get back to the doors, when I initially received the doors, I figured that it would be an interesting project to share the process with you guys. But as soon as I started opening up the rust, I realized that the doors were in a way worse condition than I initially anticipated. So, with that being said, the workload obviously doubled on what I needed to do, and that made it very hard for me to film the entire process step by step from start to finish. So I tried to film as much updates as I could for you guys. If you do enjoy watching this type of content, let me know down in the comments below because there will be a lot more projects like this in the future. And I enjoy sharing my fabrication journey with you guys. So please let me know. But for now, I want to show you guys how far we got with the doors. At this point, I lost audio, but I just wanted to show you guys the corner and how far we came with what we had. And we also went ahead and replaced all of this metal over here. Here you can see how thick the body filler actually was, and then we also went ahead and closed up the handle holes because they are going to be changing that. Now that all the welding work is done, the doors can finally go to TNS AutoWorks so Tristan can work his magic. I'm sure you guys noticed that I've been using a mic setup, but I'm actually very curious to hear what you guys think of the quality of the mics, and if you prefer the quality of the mic or the quality of the iPhone's built-in mic, because I'm still trying to figure out my way around the mics while setting it up and using it properly. But with that being said, that's it for today's video. See you guys in the next one. Stay safe. So if this is the type of content that you enjoy, shut back, shut. I've actually camera lady again. Wait. No. Anyway, let's check that shit out, man.